is Tuesday, January 6th of 2026. An adjustment on our agenda. A lot of us are doing that this time of year. We always start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Then if we could remain standing for a moment of silence. And Commissioner Kennedy, could you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a moment of silence, please. Thank you all very much. Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes, here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We have a quorum. We ask everybody to put their cell phones on silent if you wouldn't mind. And right now we have no members of the public in the audience. For that matter, we have no audience right now. But if anybody should come in, we'll give opportunities for public comment. And should also, just for the record, note that we're live streaming this meeting and that it's being recorded. We always give time for any of our row officers, but none of them are here today, and that's all right. They don't have to be. And again, at this point, we have no members of the public. So we move on to fiscal and contractual. We do have a repository property that has been submitted to us by the tax claim office. This is a parcel in Pulaski Township, specifically 798 Rayner Road, parcel ID number 29-901065. The bidder is Bruce Rayner. He made a $500 bid on this parcel, and the Pulaski Township supervisors voted to accept the bid on December 19 of 2025. Also, the Wilmington Area School Board voted likewise on December 11 of 2025. So that now leaves it to us. This is resolution 1, I assume,
Yes.
of 2026. So I will open it for you gentlemen if either of you wish to make a motion.
I'll make a motion, we accept the bid. Then I'll second.
Thank you so much. Chris or Dan, any concerns or comments? Hearing none, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Also in our packet, we have the warrant register from December 29 of 2025. It's also known as the check reconciliation register. It's been submitted to us by the county controller's office. I'll give my colleagues whatever time they need to look it over, and once you've done so, I would certainly entertain a motion for us to accept this document.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second the motion.
Thank you both. Any concerns, gentlemen? Hearing none. Vanessa, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Also in our packet, we have the minutes of our Tuesday, December 30 commissioners meeting. I'll again give my colleagues time to review them, and when they've done so, would entertain a motion for us to adopt the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
I thank you both. Any questions or concerns regarding the minutes? If not, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. One document, one piece of written correspondence has come into us that we'll enter into the record. It's dated December 22 of 2025. It is sent to us by RAR Engineering, which is based here in Lawrence County, on behalf of Three Rivers Aggregate. This project is the Old Ash Mine, and they're letting us know that they are submitting a document to the Department of Environmental Protection. This is for permitting an approximately 126.4 acre non-coal sand and gravel surface mine on properties in both, and here it specifically does say in Lawrence County, Plain Grove Township. The proposed permit area is located west of West Park Road and north of Corey Road. Again, that's out in Plain Grove Township. Again, they will be applying to the DEP. The law requires that we be notified of this, and I would imagine that the Township of Plain Grove, the supervisors out there, have also received this document. Any concerns or discussion, gentlemen? Would one of you wish to make a motion for us to accept this correspondence?
I'll make a motion, we accept the correspondence.
And I'll second.
Thank you both, and if there are no other concerns, we can ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you very much. Reports, commissioner reports and comments. Mr. Sonata, you're first today.
Well, I'm just going to pass this week, Chairman. I mean, it's the weather we've had, I haven't been able to attend very much, so looking forward to meeting with the commissioners from Mercer County next Tuesday. I know we have our quarterly meeting, and that's always been helpful to us because I think we have such a good working relationship with the three commissioners from Mercer County. And Lawrence and Mercer have a lot of things in common, and I know the past 2 years, I think we've had a good working relationship, and it's been positive for us. So that's what I'm looking forward to next Tuesday. And also on Monday, we're going to be heading up to Indiana County to meet with the whole region from the Northwest sector. And I just think that's very helpful to us as well. Many of our counties have similar interests, and it's important we develop those relationships with the commissioners in the Northwest. And we've been very fortunate because, as we said many times, Mr. Chairman, Lawrence County has both the Northwest and the Southwest we're members of, and we've developed good working relationships. I know you have over the years, and through your guidance, you've introduced us to some very important people. It's been helpful to us in Lawrence County, and especially Commissioner Kennedy down in the Southwest. He's made many visits dealing with economic development. So that's pretty much all I have.
Thank you, sir. I'll turn it over to Commissioner Kennedy for.
Couple of things. One, yesterday was a historic day around here. And we, don't start, try to look at them. We had swearing in of 3 new judges and our new sheriff in town. So, plus the other 3 that got sworn in again. So proud of them. Glad they stepped up their plate. We got some new people in the courthouse. It's nice. Second thing is, Chris, you forgot about this one. Next week, we get to go back to Shore Stadium.
That's right.
So hopefully we'll get to get down there after they win on Monday night. We're going down to talk about the NFL draft 2026, get some more information on that, and what help they're going to need from Orange County, I think, is one of the topic of discussions we're going to hear next week. So I already talked to Vince about that, our new sheriff. He's well aware. They've already reached out to us. That'll be an interesting day for us to see what's going on. So, besides that, that's all I have.
I'm embarrassed to ask this question, but you two probably know. This meeting regarding the draft, is it specifically for county commissioners, or have they invited tourism people, economic development people? I can't recall.
I thought it was just addressed to us.
I think it is to us. I know that our Lawrence Tourist Pro is very well aware and are working with them.
Yeah.
So I sit on that board.
Right.
I think it's just for us because, it's the whole region, all 10 of us.
Yeah.
And, the goal is like Commissioner Kennedy stated, we want to tap into any resources we can here in Lawrence County. And I know that Janet and Jenny has reached out to them as far as any activities in Lawrence County and overflow in case you get enough need rooms. I mean, because you're talking tens of thousands of people coming in for that event. So I commend our local tourist promotion agency for being very active, proactive on this issue. And I'm glad that Danny talked to our sheriff, because that's going to involve law enforcement. It's also going to involve EMS and everything. Just because they've given us the guidelines, but while we want to be prepared, because hey, Lawrence County is part of that region. You may be farther out, but there are people that don't want to stay right in the city, and that's the opportunity we have.
The big thing is they don't have enough rooms in the city for all everybody, so they've got to rely on the outlying areas. I know Debbie Watcher yesterday asked me about it, and she said, "Find out if I can go with you guys." So I'm going to reach out and see if she'd like to do an article on it, what it's going to do to affect us.
Good idea. You're both absolutely right. I look for our hotels here in the county to be filled, I would imagine. Well, thank you both. I have just a couple other items to talk about beyond what you gentlemen have brought up. Dan was absolutely right. Yesterday was historic in this county. We've never, in the history of Lawrence County, had 3 judges sworn in at one time. For that matter, I don't believe we've ever had 2 at the same time. So it was certainly historic for the county. I will note that on a positive note, we've been invited this coming Friday to attend a ribbon cutting ceremony at the Wilson Lumber Company out in Neshannock Township. They're opening their new facility, and I believe they're expanding.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. We're real pleased about that. And as was noted by my colleague, Commissioner Sonata, next Tuesday, week from today, at 1:30, we will have the quarterly meeting of the West Central Job Partnership Governing Board. And we rotate. The board consists of the 3 of us and the 3 Mercer County commissioners, and we move back and forth. So next week's meeting, it's our turn to host, and that meeting will be here in this room at 1:30 on the 13th of January, open to the public, and we'll be electing a new chair, I believe. I've served as chair for the last 2 years, and we rotate that as well. So one of the Mercer County commissioners, it will be up to them to determine who will now chair that board. The final thing that I have is that we were advised by the Commonwealth of the bid thresholds for public contracts and purchases. Each year it changes based upon the Consumer Price Index. So according to the state rules that we will adhere to, contracts or purchases under $13,200 require no formal bidding or price quotations. Contracts or purchases between $13,200 and $24,500 require 3 written or telephonic price quotes. And then finally, contracts or purchases greater than $24,500 require formal bidding and public notice. And Dan, help me with, I'll give that to you, you probably have it. But,
I do.
if I'm not mistaken, this applies to counties and boroughs, townships, and cities. This would be applicable to our local municipalities.
Yeah, they're in the same boat we are.
Okay, thank you for confirming that. All righty, well, this doesn't happen very often, but as we sit here today, at the first meeting of the new year, we actually have no new resolutions for consideration. Of course, the holidays added to that. Vanessa, do we have things lined up for next week yet?
I have 1.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, and I'm sure some more will come in. But this doesn't happen very often. We have no new business for us to vote on, which actually drops us down to announcements. And we've touched on some of these already. This board will meet again on a week from today, Tuesday, January 13 at 10 a.m. in this room. It's open to the public. As we noted, the West Central Job Partnership Governing Board meeting. Also a week from today at 1:30 in this room, open to the public. The Lawrence County Planning Commission is scheduled to meet 1 week from tomorrow, Wednesday, January 14 at noon at the Weber's Catering location on US Route 422 in Shenango Township. Not the Weber's Catering up in Wilmington Township. This is the one in Shenango Township. And that meeting is open to the public. Speaking of public, we open the floor for public comments, but we'll note for the record there are no members of the public in attendance. And so I'll ask my fellow commissioners if they have any closing concerns or remarks. Mr. Sanada.
The only thing I'll do, I'll emphasize what both of you said. It was historic here yesterday. And it was good to see Judge McComb here. He's very well respected in the community, and he had health issues, but he looks great. And it was nice to see him back. And I wish our other judges, Judge Acker and Judge Hodge, the best in their retirement or semi-retirement. I think Judge Hodge is going to become senior judge now. So, right. And always good to see Judge Monato. And I think the three judges that got elected are going to do a good job up there. And I think it was stressed yesterday, Chairman, that we've had a very good working relationship with the judges in the past, and we look forward to that same relationship going forward with the three new judges.
I would certainly agree. And before I jump to Dan here, I'll note that this morning at about 20 to 8, Judge Flannery walked in the door, getting ready to start his day. And we asked him, we said, well, what's on your agenda today? And he said, we have an assessment appeal that started at 9:30. In fact, our solicitor is in court right now with Judge Flannery. But he was here bright and early. And I'm sure the other two judges rolled in early as well. And of course, Judge Cox. Dan, closing comments?
The only one I have is you talked briefly about Wilson Lumber there. The nice thing is they could have went to Mercer County. They had property up there, but they stayed in Orange County. So we have to stress to them, thank you for staying here in Orange County. It's going to be a nice operation out there. So be interesting to see what all they've done, because I've got to watch it grow as I've gone by every day. But it'll be interesting to go in and see what they've done.
Was that the old Newcastle Battery site?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, that reminds me real quick, and we may have talked about it last Tuesday, but I'm not sure. But it's been announced that a colleague of ours from Venango County, County Commissioner Chip Abramovic, has been named the new director of Forward Lawrence. And we know Mr. Kennedy serves on that board. Excuse me. Mr. Kennedy serves on that board, and Commissioner Abramovic is going to start, I believe, in early February.
February 3rd.
And I've known Chip, I think he's in his third term now as a commissioner. So he and I have been acquainted for, if I do the math, about 10 years. And you gentlemen have gotten to know him over the last 2 years. He'll bring a lot to the table. He's energetic. He's well connected. He was chair for a number of years of the Northwest Regional Planning Commission. And equally important, this is where his statewide connections come in. He was has been active in the State County Commissioners Association in leadership. Vice chair, chair, president. He's held all the important seats in statewide leadership. So I think it was an excellent choice. And we're all going to work with him. You'll work with him most closely since you're on the board. But I commend Forward Lawrence for an excellent choice. I don't know if you gentlemen have more to add.
The only thing I can say is, I met Chip at my daughter's wedding at the Omni Hotel downtown Pittsburgh in the elevator. Didn't know who he was, but him and I got talking on the elevator when we were going down. And I said, I've just gotten elected in the primary to County Commissioner of Orange County. And he said, that's funny because I'm a county commissioner in Venango County. So we hit it off pretty good. And Chip and I have fast become good friends. He's a good guy. I think he's already got his boots on the ground. He's I heard from him yesterday. Today he might show up here. We don't know yet, but he said if he gets done up there early, he's going to show up this afternoon. And we're going to start going around and visiting some people and get him introduced to Lawrence County pretty quick in the next month. So when he hits February 3rd, he's ready to go. He'll be well prepared. So.
Thank you for that information. And Chris, any other
Yeah, I'd
comments?
just like to say, I mentioned 2 years ago, I think you introduced us when we went up to Venango County. And, I've had a good chance to meet with him, but you also mentioned he was very active in NACO, the National Association
That's right.
of County Commissioners,
Right.
which I'm trying to play somewhat of a role as well as representing us in that group. And I spent some time with Chip in NACO last year, and he is well connected in Washington, D.C. as well. I think that's going to pay dividends. I commend Forward Lords. I know it's an extensive search. They're looking for the best person possible. And, Chip, reading his resume, it's quite impressive. I didn't even know some of the things that he has done or served at until I actually read in the paper, because he's a very humble individual, but he knows what has to be done. And I think that's what you need. And you need a fresh set of eyes for the county to bring in some new perspectives. I think Ben Bush did a very good job at that when he came in. And I think Chip is going to follow in Ben's footsteps as far as, seeing the ways of helping. And he understands local government, he understands state government, federal government, and county government. So I think those are the important things. You've got to develop those relationships, and we've got to all be on the same team moving forward. I think he brings that to the table. I know you've known him the longest, and you spoke quite highly of him when we first introduced us to him. And, I think it's a good choice, and I know he's enthused, and that's what you need right now. So.
I concur, and I thank you both, gentlemen. Joe or Vanessa, anything we've forgotten?
No.
Everything's well with you, I hope?
It is.
Good to hear. Well, we thank you all. Again, we did not have any folks from the public today, but there being no other business to be brought before the board, may I have an adjournment motion?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you both. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Joe, you think you can keep it this way all year?
We had to stretch it out, man. We don't want you to hang around 15 minutes.
I can get rid of some resolutions.
Nah, listen, and we saw more to.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. The U.S. military launched a large-scale attack on Venezuela Saturday to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores. Missiles rained down on army bases, airfields, and key infrastructure across the capital, Caracas, and the surrounding region. By 2 a.m., U.S. Special Forces reached Maduro's residence and abducted him along with his wife. They were then boarded onto a U.S. warship and flown to the United States. President Trump posted an image of Maduro bound and blindfolded aboard the USS Iwo Jima. Maduro and his wife were later held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, facing criminal charges of narco-terrorism, conspiracy, cocaine importation, conspiracy, and weapons charges. They are now being flown by helicopter to Lower Manhattan to appear in federal court. Shortly after the operation, President Trump praised U.S. forces for abducting Maduro and his wife and promised to run Venezuela and seize the country's oil. Venezuela has the world's largest reserves of crude oil.
The oil companies are going to go in, they're going to spend money, we're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago. A lot of money is coming out of the ground.
After the operation, Venezuela's Supreme Court officially designated the country's vice president, Delcy Rodriguez, as interim president. On Saturday, Rodriguez denounced the abduction of Maduro and his wife and vowed Venezuela is ready to defend itself against the United States.
Exigimos la inmediata